Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with Joe, where you ask your most burning UX questions, and I do my best to answer them. Today's question comes from Janine, who says, Joe, my client is pushing for a UX/UI evaluation when what I really think they need is real deal usability testing with actual users. How do I convince them that this is the right way to go, that user testing with actual users is the right way to go? Well, Janine, it's a great question. And my answer is going to echo any one of my colleagues who deal with the same situation as I do on a recurring basis. Understand first that it's tempting for them to sort of ask that question because they see you as the expert, okay? You're the person in their mind that has all the answers. So in your magic power, you can look at what's there and miraculously, know what's wrong and how to fix it. So that's where that's coming from, all right? So number one, don't be offended at the suggestion because that's sort of how they're thinking, right? You're the person with all the answers. But the first thing you do in a situation like this is you sort of turn that around and you ask a question back. And that question is, why is it that you want to review instead of usability testing, okay? Why specifically do you think that that's the better way to go? All right, and let them answer. The answer that they give you tells you how you have to proceed. If they tell you, look, we just want to tighten up the form and function before we do tests with actual users, that might be a good reason to do it because this is a client who understands that a simple UI review doesn't fix all their problems, okay? It gets them close, but they understand that they need to test with actual users. So in that case, the two-step strategy like that makes a lot of sense. So there's a good reason to go along with it. Now, that's scenario one. If, on the other hand, you hear some variation of we don't have the time or the budget or the people or we don't think it's necessary or whatever, then you push back with another question. And that question is, okay, how much time or budget do you have? There's a user research or testing method for every single budget. Okay, I refuse to believe otherwise. My experience has taught me otherwise, especially with online tools such as usertesting.com, UserZoom. There's lots of sites and tools out there that can get this done in a relatively short span of time for very little money. Okay, so show them some of these options. Show them how those options would work for them within their constraints, whatever they may be. Show them that it can be done. Okay, tell them that, look, no matter what you have to work with, we can solve this problem, which is the truth. Hammer home the fact, of course, that there's no substitute for testing with actual users, no matter how small the pool is, no matter how limited the time over the target may be. Okay, there is always an answer, and it is sort of, beholden to you to make them understand that this is not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, that no matter what pressure they're feeling to do it cheaper or faster, for instance, there's a way to get that done, okay? So keep those two questions in mind, listen to the answer, and pivot based on what you hear, all right? Until then, I hope that you always remember to give good UX. See you next time.